Hello everybody, this is Amtron Superfan here with my assistant right there. You can't see him because my camera is not pointed. Well, it mostly pointed at the table.
Because that's where we're working.
And we got everything unpackaged so we can build this.
Yes.
So just to show you this real quick, I was actually wrong. This is the actual heat sink inside. I thought it needed one.
But we were pleasantly surprised that it did.
Yes.
All right, so to start off, first thing we need to do is attach the stuff to the board first before we can put it in.
And
so first things first.
The Wi-Fi and Bluetooth card.
All right, we'll start with the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth card, and we're going to need that screw. Okay, so here's the board. And you can see it's an Orange Pi
Plus 5
Plus. And this is the Bluetooth wireless chip. And
Wi-Fi.
And Wi-Fi. And it comes with these two things that end up plugging into an antenna. But it goes on top of the board here, right in there. And you have to push it in real good. And then we're going to set it down there while I get
the screw.
Now, obviously, I need to make sure that it's in view of the camera. There we go. Okay, so
is the Wi-Fi card on?
Tiny screw. It will be. It's plugged in the thing, but it naturally pokes up.
It does?
So, yeah. You put that there. Alright, see how that goes? And the screw holds it down in place.
Oh, yeah.
And this says this is the model Orange Pi Wireless Module R6. Wi-Fi Mac and Bluetooth Mac. So we know that it does both.
And the processor is a rocket chip.
Right, it's got the rocket chip. Okay, now this is the ECCM module. This is a 256 gig chip. Is that right, boss?
I think it is, hopefully.
All right, so if you look on here, it'll say for C, and you can see the two ports there, which actually sit down right, let's see here. See, right there and there are the two receptors. So this ends up sitting down into there. And I imagine we probably want to keep everything facing the same way on the text. How does that stay on there? It doesn't like it. Oh, it pops on. All right, so when you push down, you got to make sure you feel a click. You get to almost hear the. Do you hear that?
Yes, I heard the click.
Okay, so the click is important. That means that it did where it went where it's supposed to. All right, so that's done. You see it's on there. See, we just did that chip right there. Okay. All right, now we've got our two wires here that are going to go across to the different antenna. We got our stuff on the board. We still need to get this on the board. This is the.
What can I look at?
Do you remember what this?
Oh yeah, that's to put on the processor and the.
Right, but it's called
the
transfer tape. Thermal heat transfer tape.
And the big one will go on the processor.
Well, yeah, this big square one goes on the processor. And look, it's got that kind of wild pattern here. I don't know if you can see that at home. All right, so what do I peel off here?
I think you peel that off. It's the sticky
all
part.
that, yeah, that is the backing. So peel that off.
And it sticks onto the processor, so it sticks on very good. And that's the last time we're going to see the rocket chip logo.
Yep, it is. Okay, so press that down. Now I'm going to just make sure that this isn't a double sticky sided.
Hopefully.
Because I get this weird feeling that there might be.
Is there?
If there is, it is really secure on there. So I'm going to try this one first just to double check. There is. Okay, so it does need to come off.
there is a second. There is a
Got it.
second part.
Yep, got it. Okay.
So you were right.
Yeah. It happens occasionally. I won't let it get to my head. And I bet. As it goes down. Now, one of the things I noticed was that it came with this, which doesn't actually match any of the parts that get hot. See these two chips here, if you can see them here and here, are the ones that are likely to get the hottest. So I think that we're actually supposed to cut this in half and put one on each side, because look at that.
We have scissors?
Do you see that it's the right width?
Yeah.
Yep, I got scissors right here.
Scissors. Then we cut it in half, so
Does that look like half right there? Pretty good?
yeah.
Alright. You are a pretty good boss.
And hopefully correct.
Alright, so then take this, and we're going to stick that right down on that fella right there. Peel the backer off. And then we're going to do the same thing for this fella.
It does look like the right size.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. Oh, and you know what? Look.
What?
If you guys are at home, you don't have to cut it. It was actually going to break in half. We just didn't know that. But the good news is we cut it right about where we needed it. That's what happens when amateurs work on something they haven't done before. But that's why we do this, so we learn. Alright, so I just got to take this off. What's my next step, buddy?
The next step?
Yep.
Do we put in the case?
Not yet. We have to install the...
Antennas.
That's right, the antenna's got to go in. Alright, so there's that. Alright, now, everything comes in these neat little bags so that you can kind of keep everything straight. So that part I like. So, open this up.
I just realized something.
What'd you realize?
So once we get it done building, we can keep this case.
Well, yeah, I would hope so.
We can put the orange pie in here, then.
We'll have to wait and see if it fits with the antenna, but I think that'd be really cool if it does.
Wonder if it does, or.
Alright, so these things, I'm betting, are kind of like the little washers that go in on the side here. You see that? It's got the little picture of the thing. And if you look, one of them is angled. So the side that's angled goes inside the hole, and the side that's straight stays on the outside. And if you push it in the right way, it should end up looking like this. So you see that right there. Okay. Now I got to do it to the other side too. Same thing. Find out which one has got the angled, and that goes in. And which one is angled? That one. Alright, so. Okay, what do you think so far, buddy?
Let me have a look. It looks good.
Alright, next.
We need to do that part.
Right, and the wire, guys at home, make sure the wire goes inside the box, because otherwise you won't be able to hook it up to the right thing. Alright, so it goes right in, right like that, okay? And then push until it goes in nice and firmly. And then just for now, we're going to tuck it that way so that it's out of the way. And then you can see that the wire comes through, goes right there. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side now.
And what do we do with the wire?
Those wires are going to hook to these right here, which goes to the wireless and Bluetooth chip. So these are the antenna. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go through that hole again. Well, the same kind of hole as the other one, but a different hole. Okay, and that one goes there. And tuck that in. Okay, we got that and that. Alright.
Oh, just gotta get it hooked up.
Alright, now, what do we have left? We have these screws. We've got the feet pads. These are feet pads. We know that. Oh. Okay, Now, we got this baggie here. Now, it took us a little bit of time to figure out what everything is because, unfortunately, with this being new, we haven't found a lot of instructions online. We've seen a few videos other guys have done, but they always seem to start kind of in the middle. So this is the power button, we figure, and then the IR sensor cover. I'm guessing that's what it's called.
And this didn't came with a manual.
No, it didn't come with a manual, so
I think they were thinking, you know how to do this.
you maybe, but we kind of feel like we're winging it a little bit. But
Yep.
figure it out here. Okay, so let's see here. If we look on the front of this, we're gonna find out. I bet. I don't know. That feels weird. Why would that be the power button thing
Can I feel?
when there's no give? Yeah, see that? There's no give. That's just a block. So let's get
Where's
that
that?
out of there.
And if it is, you totally didn't get it stuck in.
Oh, I know what I'm doing enough not to get stuck. Goodness, you have a little faith in your system. Alright, so let's do this part first. And it's actually in film just like a big sticker.
Sticker.
So we're going to have to peel that off. Try not to touch it too much because you're trying to keep it clear as possible.
So clear.
Alright, so that, and then hopefully I can just see how that went on there? And then we should be able to peel that off. Aha! Look, there we go. Look how nice that is.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, so that looks good now. Alright. So that is our cover there. Now, here's where we got some fun parts here, because we've still got several pieces left, including that, and then this here. Okay, and then it comes with a little plastic piece as well, and boy, it sure would be nice if we knew what it did. Alright, so, let's have a look here. Okay, so for starters, we have these two round things. Now, I gotta be honest, do those look the same size? They do, don't they?
Yeah.
But the holes that are left are not the same size. And if we come here and have a look, this would fit in there like this. Which means really don't have anything fitting there. So, let's see here. Put that down, have a look here. Okay, so this is not big enough for that, but it is big enough for the power hole. So I bet this is our power button.
And hopefully it's right.
Alright. And there's that little tiny piece of plastic that I don't want to lose because I have a feeling that might be important in the near future. Alright, so got that. Oh, look at that, it fits. Oh, I wonder if that doesn't go
Hey, look,
like that, because then you would push it in. That makes the most sense to me.
you look at the power button on the board.
See. That makes the most sense. And I saw a video where they said that you got to keep it kind of tilted to keep that on. Alright, next. It's not going to matter which one of these connect to.
This matters that it's connected.
Right. Alright. Oh, wait a minute here. make these stay on.
What stays on?
Okay, notice how that looks?
Wait, what do you mean?
Alright, so what we actually have to do, guys, is we take this off. Okay, get those two off. And then this goes in place. Oh goodness, how do I... Oh, there it goes. Okay. As my dad would have said, I'm not holding my mouth right. Alright. Next one here. And keep in mind, guys, we're puzzling our way through this, which means that if we can get this done, anybody should be able to do this. Oh, almost. Not the easiest part in the world. And it does help to have fingernails on this, thumbnail in this case. Alright, so there is that part. Now, we have a total of 4 parts left. Alright, we have these two things here that look like they would go to the, if we weren't having the antenna, and then we have this part here that looks like it would seal up the headphone jack if we weren't using that. Now, here is the thing. What did you say goes in this spot here?
This spot?
The M2 chip? Is
Yeah.
it?
I think that might be. Wait a minute. Is that another M?
I thought that was an onboard SD card spot.
Wait, can you flip it over? So I can. Where's the Wi-Fi at?
Okay, Wi-Fi's in this. This is
Wait a
the
minute.
M2.
They look the same.
No, they're not the same, which is kind of interesting.
If you flip it down, then they look the same.
Alright, so
How do they look the same?
let's try to...
See, that's an onboard What do you mean an onboard SD card?
Alright, so that lines up the way that's supposed to. But now we have this chipset there. But at least we can access it still, even...
Wait, I got this adapter.
Yeah, the adapter is definitely not the right thing for it.
I
So we
know.
need to figure out what goes in there.
Wait, is that... Oh, would this fit? See if it's a...
No, it's not. Look, that's not the right size.
Oh.
And the SD card goes
Goes
in there.
right there, but...
So this is something else entirely. What is that? What
Look at...
connector do you suppose that is?
I don't know. So you're saying that won't fit in there?
No, that SD card goes there. And I've already put the ACM
Or
in
like
the other
this
side.
type.
Alright, so here's what we're going to do, guys. Alright, we don't know what this is. So if you know what this is for, go ahead and comment down below so that we know what we're doing next time.
Hopefully it's enabled.
Okay, so we're going to leave this empty. And then when you get this video, you go ahead and tell us what goes here. Okay,
Oh, look at
what
that.
goes here? Alright, now...
The mother's
Okay,
calling.
yep, that's the mom. We got to take this call. So we're going to pause this, but we'll be back.